Hey guys. Hi, how are you? Come on in. Hi, Becca. Hi, Chris. Say hi as you're joining. We've got a chat box. We've got a Q&A box as well. If you have any questions during the webinar, come on in. Don't be shy. Say hello. Hi. Welcome, welcome, everyone. We'll give a couple minutes just for everyone to join. Let us know where you're from as you're joining, what kind of studio you have, what kind of business you're running. Really excited to hear from everyone today. Come on in. Leslie and Kimberly, say hi. Purple Yoga, hi Purple Yoga. Hey, someone from Mississauga, awesome. Hi from Boston, hi guys. Hi Allie in Huntsville, ooh, beautiful there. Sanctuary Fitness is here in LA, Yoga Sanctuary. Yoga and Pole, Empower Me Yoga. Okay, keep saying hi as you're coming in. Give it another minute and then we're gonna get started. Hi, Living Yoga in Forest Hills, New York. Phoenix, Annette, hi, welcome, welcome. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining. Say hello as you join. There is a chat box you can send us a message in and say hello. There's also a Q&A box if you have any questions. We're gonna get to those at the end, so make sure you use that. Okay, so let's jump in. People will continue to join, but those of you who are ready to go, I don't want to keep you waiting. So let me just make sure. Oops, there we go. Okay, so welcome. Hello, my name is Jackie, and I am a senior product specialist here at Wellness Living. I want to welcome you today to our webinar, which is how to craft, market, and deliver your virtual services. So I just want to introduce myself a little bit so that you know who I am before I start to get into all the content. So like I said, I'm Jackie, and my story is probably similar to yours. I actually used to run as a business manager at a boutique style fitness studio here in my hometown, London, Ontario, Canada. And we were a startup, and of course, like most of you, we didn't know of really much software out there, and we went with MindBody, which is the only thing that we had heard of. But we were really unhappy with it. It was really hard just to manage day-to-day regular tasks. And so we actually found Wellness Living and we made the switch. And that was my project. I took that on, the whole transition from MindBody to Wellness Living. And I learned it really quickly and really well because it's just so easy to use. But they ended up offering me a job. So I first started by working as a consultant, helping other small businesses transition from MindBody to Wellness Living. But after I had my second child, I actually decided to come work for Wellness Living full time. And I've been here for a couple years now, and I've loved it. It's such a great company. And it's been really interesting over the last couple months because I've been getting to chat with so many business owners from all over the world. And I'm sure some of you are those that I've spoken to. And, you know, see how everyone is really navigating these uncertain times and everything that's going on in our world. And I think a lot of business owners really woke up to the idea that they have these other revenue streams at their fingertips that they just never used before because they never had to. And they didn't realize until they were forced to in March when COVID hit and everything got locked down. And so, you know, a lot of people, and you guys are probably those people who decided to take that leap and that, you know, risk and jump in and go virtual so that you could keep your business afloat. And it's exactly what Wellness Living did as well, right? So that's it. Today is all about how to craft, market, and deliver those virtual services really easily with Wellness Living. So let's jump in. Okay, so in March, when COVID first hit, Wellness Living decided to build 2 new features to help keep our current customers afloat during this lockdown. So one of the first ones was the Zoom integration, right? So this feature is really amazing because it saves you a ton of time and headache when it comes to delivering those virtual services for your clients. So it really allows you to make it easy for not only your clients, but your prospects as well to book online. And so that you can track those payments and attendance and, you know, automatically get those links sent out for them in order to join your Zoom class. And really make it so easy that they can even click and join from a, one click of the button on their app, join right into that Zoom meeting, right? There's so many different features. It's been, developing over time, and clients are really finding it a little bit easier for themselves on top of our business owners who just save all of that time. Okay, so the second feature that we built was FitVID, right? Which is basically a way that business owners can repurpose their content so that they can expand their client base reach. So it's a video hosting platform that is built by us, and it allows your clients to access your videos on demand. So really, it's allowing your clients to work out whenever they want and whatever works in their busy schedules. And it's making it really easy for business owners to create their own like Netflix subscription for workouts, right? And add to that perceived value of what their clients are getting in their membership packages. So it's also going to ensure that your content is only viewed by paying clients and that you own all of your own content and the rights to your videos, which really just means that we as Wellness Living can't reuse it or sell it or claim it as our own, which is really a big concern for business owners as they're looking into these new platforms. Okay, so let's jump right into craft. So the best way to position your new virtual services is really to bring it in alignment with your in-person visits as well, right? But create separate packages for all 3 of those. So in person, those virtual live streaming classes, because there's so much value to join online and be accountable to that date and time, right? Rather than having to motivate yourself to work out on your own. But we still want to give them that option as well. And that's where the on-demand FitVID comes in, right? So that they have multiple ways to access your services. Sorry, just need a little water. Okay, so here is how I would suggest that you set up your packages. So you have a little visual here from the client app of the packages that I've created. Don't worry so much on the number of visits I put in the past or the price that's there. It's really about the structure and how they kind of are all working together, right? So you want to be able to have everything isolated: in person for those that just want to come to the studio, virtual for those that are a little nervous to be kind of venturing out, and that on demand. Then we want to bring together a whole VIP membership, right? Call it whatever you want, but we want to encourage people to be doing all 3 of the services, right? Or all 3 aspects to access our services. Because you really want them on that auto renew membership and have that reoccurring revenue. That's what's key for a business owner. And your clients will see the value because they can stay consistent with their fitness, especially during really uncertain times when things are shutting down and so on and so forth. Okay, so I want to bring you into the software now. Okay, so you should be able to see the back end here of setup and render pricing options. So I know there's a few of you that probably haven't seen this before, but for many of you, this is very familiar. So I just want to show you, in pricing options, we have 3 things that you can set up: session passes, right? Memberships, and then packages. So if you want to add or create multi-service packages for your clients, it's really easy to do that here with these packages. So I created session passes first for a drop-in for my in-person or in-studio classes. Right, I've got a drop-in, the 10 class and the 30 class. And then I have the exact same for virtual, but I'm not, what you can see, offering any membership here for the isolated type of in-person versus virtual. And I'm also not offering anything unlimited, okay? Because your spots are limited right now for most of us. And if you have these unlimited in-person visits, people don't really see that perceived value anymore because it's hard for them to get in and get their spot, right? So we want to put that limit. They will, you can put whatever expiry you want on it. I'm going to bring you into one of these. So this is my 30 class pass, and I just want you to see how easy it is to isolate those in-person versus virtual. So I've created a session pass, right? 30 classes, there's my visits, there's the cost. I put a 10-month expiry on this one. I'm gonna change that. Okay, so down here, you wanna make sure that they can buy this online. And then we're gonna look at what they have access to, right? So here you can either say they have access to everything or none or a selection. So here's where I went in and I actually just chose. So this will pull from all of the back-end classes that you created. And I'm just choosing the ones that are my in-person classes. That's it. That's how easy it is. So if I come out of here, you'll see that if I go into one of my virtual ones, everything looks the exact same. This is my 10 class. So, those settings are different there. But now what they have access to is just my virtual ones, and that's it. So that's how you create these passes so that they only have access to the exact classes you want them to have, okay? And then over here, I've got my on-demand subscription going, right? So that's for the FitVID. So I've set this one up to be $20 a month. It's on auto renew. It can cancel anytime. It's just a 1-month commitment. And that's it, right? They've got access to everything. That makes it just really easy for me as a business owner to say whatever videos I'm uploading, they get access to. And that's it. So I've got those three. They can have their subscription to the FitVID or my on-demand platform. They can buy a package for in-person only or a package for virtual only. And then that's really going to draw them down to my monthly memberships, right? And that's where I want them to be. But what you'll see here, and again, these are packages. So I created 2 versions here. One is on a no commitment for a higher price. Then the one if they're going to commit to me on auto renew for at least 6 months before they can cancel. Okay, so again, encouraging them to stay on that auto renew. And these are packages that are made up of these isolated membership pieces. So I built these separately, but none of these can be sold online. So if you remember when we looked into the passes up here, we made sure that they were sold online. These ones, if you come into them, you actually can't buy this online at all, right? And then that way, all I had to do, so what I did is I did 5 in-person classes, because again, I don't have many spots for that because everyone needs to be social distance, and I lost a lot from what I normally could have capacity-wise. I gave them 15 virtual classes, and then I always give unlimited on demand. And I just, estimated my revenue for each of them, right? And you guys can decide how you want that to flow. I made mine as even as possible. And then right here is where I just kind of created that package. So if we come in here, this is where it explains, right? This is my VIP membership. Again, call it whatever you want. And explains everything they get, right? 5 in-person visits, 15 virtual, unlimited on demand. You can even do things like I've done here, right? I'll just highlight that for you. 5% off personal training packages if you do personal training as well. 10% off retail or special events, all that kind of stuff, right? You can throw in little bonuses, again, just to incentivize them and encourage them to buy these memberships over the single packages. You can even give them rewards points, right? With that built-in system that we have here. No points if you buy packages, but points if you get a membership. And all I had to do was click under classes. This is pulling from all of the different pricing options that I've created in the back end. And I just had to click, click, click to add those 3. So I'll bring in one so you can get an idea of what that looks like. Let's take it away. So this is just built up of these 3 individual pieces that I made so that somebody can go on, like you saw over here, right? Go into my app and buy that VIP membership right away. Okay, so that's how you're going to craft those passes. Let's dive in now to marketing, right? So now that we've created these, we want to market these. And Wellness Living makes it really easy using the lead capture and automated email marketing built-in tools. Okay, so back here in our pricing options, the other thing that I did was I created some intro offers, right? So I have a first week free of just virtual services, and I also have this 21 days for $21. So I'll give you more details on these as we get into the marketing side of it. But essentially, what you want to do is start with that free, something free, okay? When you're looking to get new leads, new prospects, we want to give them a free offer to bring them in the door. And with our system, if it's free, it automatically goes on to their account if they've signed up through the lead capture widget. So I want to just give you an example here. Okay, so, sorry. This is one of our customers, High Ignition Fit Lab. So if you can see here right on their website, this is our lead capture widget. So this just says sign up, but you could have it say whatever you want, right? And if we're giving them that free offer, why not click here to sign up and get your first week free of unlimited virtual classes and on-demand content, right? On-demand videos. So when they click sign up, you can see that you will get to decide what information you collect, what's mandatory and not to get information on that new lead. You can even create your own custom fields, right? So that you can start to report on those as well, so that you can start to target market, right? And segment your market base in your Wellness Living system. And then they're just gonna click sign up now. So I wanna show you how easy that is to make in our software. So I'm gonna bring you down to the widget. Okay, so here's our lead capture widgets. And here is the one that I created for First Pass Free. So it kind of just gets broken up into 3 steps here. All right, so you get to decide, like I said, what information you collect and what's mandatory and not. So I really recommend taking as least amount of information as possible. We don't want to ask a million questions, because then that lead might get tired of answering that and kind of ditch that pass, right? Too many questions, they get bored, they move on. So really easy, we just want name, email, maybe their cell phone number. But again, you can fully customize it however you want. That's what I would recommend for you though. Then you're going to get to come over to design, right? And that's where you can start to pick what it looks like, what colors you're using, fonts you're using, all of that. And then when you go to number 3, you'll easily be able to just pick, right? Again, this is pulling from all my pricing options. So I'm just going to choose that free week pass that I created in the pricing options section that I showed you. And then it's going to generate this HTML code for me for the widget, and I'm just going to copy and paste it on my website, just like these guys have done here. And this is how it's showing up, right? That's it. That's how easy it is. But now we want to link it into a drip campaign, right? So we're going to go into our automated marketing side here, right? So this is what it looks like in Wellness Living if you've never been in here before, and here's our lead capture form. So you can see that I've set up a series of 3 emails. Now you can set up as many as you'd like, but I'll bring you into my first one. Essentially what happens is as soon as they click that button to sign up now, after they put their information in, they're going to automatically have a Wellness Living account created for them, and that pass will be on their account, and they will get this email if you set up the email rules this way, right? So over here in the corner, I have it set 0 days after the client fills out the form. So as soon as they fill out the form, they will get this email. Okay. The other thing that I've done here is I've blind copied my info mail, right? Or whoever is in charge of your leads, do that so that you get notified the second you get a new lead from the website. And in this first email, we want it nice and short and sweet. We just want to say thank you for their interest in their studio, that we're excited to see them. Thanks for signing up. Remember, reminding them what they got. Their free week is already on their account. We look forward to seeing you on the mat. And then you always want to have that call to action, here to book, right? So you can have this button lead to your schedule widget on your website, or it's the client web portal book now tab, just so that they can easily click and start booking classes right away. Then the next email in that series, I have set up to go 3 days later. So when you get that first one, I just want to back up a second. So when you get that first one and you blind copied yourself on that and you have that new lead, that's where you can start to take your own best practices into place for handling new leads. Wellness Living, again, can make that really easy because you can track this in their contact history and set yourself follow-up tasks under the client profile. But do whatever it is, right? Are you following up with a phone call? Are you sending a personalized email? Again, it's really nice just to stick to the automated emails and throw in that little phone call or text maybe to them as you get that new lead in. So that second email that they're gonna get is coming 3 days after they fill out that form. And in here, I'm gonna remind them that they've got 4 days left on their free pass. And then again, a call to action to check out our packages, our memberships, everything else that we've got going on. And we look forward to seeing them on the mat and to book now, right? We always want to give them that. And then the last one that I have in this series is going to tease that 21 days for $21. And I'll tell you why. So here I have this set up at 5 days after they fill out that first form. They've been using my virtual classes for free. I'm just going to remind them they've got 2 days left on that free pass. And hey, I have a special offer for new clients only, right? So this can only be purchased once and it's only for new clients. However, if you do want to play with getting it to your existing clients, there is a way to do that as well. But let's talk about our new ones here. So I'm letting them know I've got 21 days for $21. And I'm going to explain what it is. So this is going to give them a little taste of what my VIP membership is really about, because that's really where I'm trying to pull them to, right? So they've got unlimited virtual classes, they've got unlimited on-demand video content viewing, and they're going to get 3 in-person classes. So somebody who's going to buy this pass is probably somebody that's in my area, right? And then they will actually get to come in and try those in-person classes. And again, we want that call to action for them to book their class, right? For $21. And again, this can take them to the store widget on the website, right? Your 21 days for $21 has the direct buy URL link. So if I take you back here, I'll just show you that quickly where you get that from. So that's actually what you can copy and paste into that buy now button. So there it is, right? So we can copy that to the clipboard there. So that's the link. And we're gonna put that right in here. So when they click to buy, it's going right to that 21 days for $21 on their account, right? Or in the cart, ready for them to go and click add to cart and buy. So now we want to get into marketing that one, right? Because this is what's also going to lead people to that membership. And that's really easy with a simple purchase campaign. So here we go. All right, so I've set it up as soon as they've bought that pass, right? They are going to get this email right away, okay? And this is going to remind them, first of all, thank them, right, for getting the new trial pass. It's going to remind them of everything that they got, right? 3 in-person visits, unlimited access to the on-demand and virtual classes for those 21 days. Now I'm going to give them a special deal, okay? So for anybody who buys this 21 days for $21, I'm going to make it really easy, make a no-brainer yes, getting my VIP membership. And how am I doing that? I'm having it convert automatically for them at a discounted price. So if you noticed earlier, I had those VIP memberships. I created 2. I had VIP, which was $149 a month, no commitment. And I had VIP Plus, which was $129 on that 6-month minimum commitment on auto renew. So that's exactly what I'm going to give them here at $99. So they will never see this price again. And I want to make sure that they know that essentially the 21 days for $21 is set up to convert to the VIP Plus membership at a discount. And you can cancel anytime, right? I'm just going to give us 3 days notice on your 21 days to cancel that auto billing, right? And no problem, you can get our VIP or VIP Plus membership anytime. However, it will be regular price, right? It will be that $149 or $129. If you want that $99, this is the chance and your only chance now. And I can bring you just quickly back in here so you can see that setting as well. So this 21 days that I created here is made up of these 3 pieces, right? And I made them all $7. There's my 3 in-person visits, there's my unlimited virtual classes, and there's my on-demand unlimited FitVID access, right? Video access. And in all of these, when you come into them, they actually convert to a pass that is exactly the same as the ones that are in my VIP memberships. But again, none of those can be bought online. I gave them a slightly different name and I gave it a slightly lower cost to get to that. So you can see I called it special here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use that convert option. And that's just how easy it is, right? It didn't take me long to set this up, right? I understand when you're looking at it all together, sometimes it's hard to piece all the pieces together, but it really is easy when you just get in there and start building it. And the nice thing is once it's done, it's done. Then it just works. It's all on automation. You can blind copy yourself on those emails so you're notified as people are picking these up if you want, or access them at information in your reports. But it's all just there, right? And essentially we're telling them, don't lift a finger after this trial. You're automatically going to get billed for a discounted price. You'll be grandfathered in with that. And it's going to make it really easy for you and your clients just to not do anything and get that reoccurring billing, that auto renew of that VIP membership. So the other way that I set this up to market it and to encourage them to keep doing it is I set up, a week after they buy that 21 days for $21. I'm going to send another email that just says, hey, hope you're enjoying your first week. And I'm going to remind them, right? Don't forget, you're getting billed your special price, because we don't want them to miss this. We do want to send quite a few emails on this so that it's not a surprise when they get billed. We also have built-in digital contracts, so you can easily have them sign off on this as they buy that 21 days for $21. So not only are we reminding them so many times in this email sequence series, but they've also signed off on that contract that says they will be charged unless they reach out to cancel. So again, these ones are just showing, I just easily set that up. Now I'm going 14 days after they buy it, right? That they've got 1 week left on their pass. Don't forget, this is all coming up next. The special is here for you, and that call to action, click to book. So I think you guys can get the image here, the picture here that's going on, right? I'm sending them really quickly back to back over here when we're getting up to a couple days before being billed, so that there's just, no questions here, right? No surprises, everybody's happy, and people that are excited to get that VIP membership are getting it at a discount, right? And that's it. I don't have to do anything anymore. It just works for me. Okay, so let's come back over here. So now that we have so many people on our free week trial, on our 21 days for $21, or a lot of people now buying this VIP membership, we want to just make sure that we're actually delivering really good virtual services, okay? So here's some simple tips that you can start to implement right away for your virtual classes. So first things first, just acknowledge and allow the learning curve to be, right? With virtual services, there's a learning curve for not only you, but your clients as well, right? And technology is technology. So nothing ever works 100% perfectly, 100% of the time. And the sooner that you accept that, the sooner the process will become a lot easier for everyone involved. Okay, and the Zoom integration allows for that link to be automatically sent to your class for them to join in the confirmation in the reminder email. However, one of my tips is that I think you should just send the link to join in the reminder email. You want to use that confirmation to set the expectations, to let them know what it is that we need from them, what they can expect, that they will find the link to join in that reminder email. that they need their water bottle and their, specific equipment for that class, check the special instructions, come ready to move your body and to engage, right? So your instructors also can easily send the link one more time. So you want to put it automatically in that reminder email about no more than 12 hours ahead of time, or you can kind of have it in conjunction with your cancellation policy so they have enough time to cancel if they need to. But like I was saying, your instructors can actually really easily send out the link one more time manually from the software, like 20 minutes before class, just to make sure everyone's gotten it. So I'm going to show you how that's done. So here's my schedule. I'm going to open up my live streaming class right here. This is the attendance list. So this is my live streaming yoga flow class. Here is everybody on my list, right? And so if I want to send that link out one more time as an instructor, it's really easy. I'm just going to click here and then email, right? So that's highlighting every attendee for my class that's paid and registered. And then, sorry, give me a second. Here we go. I'm going to click email. And the other thing that I've done here in the automated marketing side is used a custom email template to how to join us on Zoom. So as I'm in here, I can literally just pull that template down, right? That's already populated for me. Sorry, there's that tech not working 100% of the time. Let's see what I got here. Okay, let's just move on. But essentially here you can have it. I'll see if I have a different one that's got maybe some information. No. Okay, that's not a problem. But essentially you can have your template ready to go in here. So your staff just has to easily copy and paste the link one more time, and it's like fill in the blank, right? All the content we want them to have in here for your clients to know what they need to bring and how to access and all of that. Click to join from the app, all of that can be done. And we're just copy and pasting that link in one time and hitting send, and that's it. Everybody will get the link to join us again one more time if they didn't get it in, or they didn't see the reminder email, or they didn't open up their app and join that way, right? So we have a lot of other tools like the attendance list, right? And the staff app to help make delivering your virtual services really easy and meaningful. Okay, so in that manual email that your staff is going to send like 20 minutes before class with the link, get them to put in a personal message, right? Tell their clients to join early, to unmute themselves, have a quick chat. You guys always did this in person. So, why aren't we doing this online? I think a lot of people are thinking for virtual, it's got to be starting right on time. It's got to end right on time. People want in and out, but people also need that connection, right? So we really want to kind of be a little bit flexible here. You want to encourage not only your instructors, but yourself to make your virtual services and classes as close to in person as possible when it comes to creating that community and that connection, right? We want to keep the connection at the forefront. We want to encourage that chatting before class and after class. Have your instructors have the staff app on their phone, right? So they can see the attendance list. They know clients by name that are joining virtually, and they can call their names out, right? They can correct form or motivate them or just encourage them just like they normally would, but in that personalized way, even though this client is joining virtually. Now, our white label app is probably the most valuable tool that a business owner can have. It really is the perfect way to grow and scale your business quickly and has a lot of great uses. So I wanted to talk about this one because this actually happened to me this summer. And I know a lot of you are doing outdoor classes because of that capacity issue, because clients aren't so comfortable to be coming back indoors, right? Depending on where you are. So I was out walking at a park and I saw this yoga class taking place and I was so excited and I wanted to jump and join in. But of course I wouldn't do anything like that. And I would never interrupt. And I think most people don't. So there was no way for me to know who she was or what this class was and how I could get involved next. And I just thought to myself, like, how easy would that be? If she had just got a really inexpensive sign, from Vistaprint or wherever, popped it in the grass, business name on there, logo on there. You could put the QR code to your white label app. That's the only way that clients can actually scan, download your app, create a new client profile, and start booking and buying right away, right? So I could have just gotten her app. Maybe she could have put on that sign that she's got, join us for our next outdoor class, for free. Here's a discount code, right? And I would have had her app. I would have been in her system. She could have continued to market to me. But I would have easily just on my phone been able to sign up for her business and come and join that class, which I was really wanted to do and couldn't. So just think of all these ways that you can, use these tools that we offer you to make it that much easier for you to grow your business. It's also a really great way to create community with your client base, right? You can easily pull them off a crowded platform like Facebook, like Instagram, with that link to join. I'm going to show you guys quickly here as well. So these guys have it on their website. Now it's at the bottom, so here's a little tip. So April, Hannah, if you're watching, put these at the top, guys. But basically, right, with your white label app, you are going to have your own dedicated link here with your business name in there. The name of the app is your business's name. The thumbnail icon is your business's logo, right? It's just powered by us. So you can fully customize the inside with your branding, and you're not paying $10,000, $20,000 for somebody to make you a customized app and dealing with developers constantly, because that's just a headache. But now you've got that link, so you can post that on your social media accounts and blast that out. Again, people can easily just click, download the app, create their new account, and start booking and buying. And again, that's how you're gonna pull them from these crowded platforms, right? Or they get distracted by the scroll. You might be putting out some messaging, some promotions, some discount codes on your social media, but you don't really know who's seeing it because the algorithm's always changing, right? We're not quite sure. Whereas if you have that white label app, you can easily send a push notification, right? That's gonna be your logo popping up on their phone. They tap it, brings them right into the app, and then they can take advantage of whatever that promotional discount code was. Or maybe it's just a call to action to book their next class, and so they remember, oh yeah, I gotta do that as they're sitting and scrolling. I've now pulled their attention. So it's just really an amazing tool, especially in this day and age when you are doing virtual services. Okay, so bonus time. These are my lockdown, this is my tips to lockdown proof your business, right? And essentially that's the whole idea of, this entire webinar, right? We crafted those specific packages and marketed them in a certain way so that you could lockdown proof your business in the event you have another shutdown in your area, right? So the fact that you start by offering all aspects of your services, the in-person, the virtual, live, joining you live for those live streaming classes, and then the ability for them to just, access workouts on their own time, right? The fact that we started them with that is what will help you in the event of a lockdown, because it's a lot easier, right, to kind of pull those clients to stay with you and to just give them a slight discount, right, on the fact that they're not coming in for their in-person classes anymore. Maybe just, go into the back end and up the amount of virtual classes that are in there, and they'll be happier. And it's just so much easier than pulling them from in-person only, right, or outdoor and in-person only, to then try to join you online and try to get used to what that's like. So by doing this now, you're going to avoid all of those mass cancellations and holds, because people will still see that value, right? They're going to still want to come to those classes that they're already used to having in their schedule. And then at that point, it really just comes down to your messaging, right? Stay positive. Get on the email marketing side, right? Start sending out some customized emails to your clients, right? Reaching them during these difficult times and reminding them that their physical and mental health is number one here. This is the most important thing that'll get them through whatever shutdown or lockdown is going on in their area. And that's why you are committed and you are gonna continue to offer services for them to get them through this. And that's why they need to keep meeting you at the mat, right? Use those push notifications, send those out, make yourself stand out from every other business around you. Send those push notifications, you can do motivational or inspirational quotes for them to read when they wake up in the morning. You can give them maybe some health tips to kind of stay positive during this time. And then, of course, always those reminders to keep booking and joining you at the mat, right? And joining you online for that class, at the bag, at the, whatever it is that you guys are offering. And, that's it. It's going to be on you and keeping that community and that connection going. So that's it, guys. That is pretty much the whole strategy to craft, market, and deliver your virtual services so that you can stay afloat in the event there is a shutdown or a lockdown in your area, right? And you need it. So I hope you learned something new today, or maybe heard a new idea that you're totally ready to implement right now, and that you just gained some valuable insight on how you might want to pivot or continue to provide your virtual services. So I'm going to just check the chat now because we can open it up for questions. And Erica, I might need your help here.
Yeah, we have a few questions. So Michelle asked one a little bit earlier on in the presentation. She was wondering, how do you implement the discounts in the packages?
Sure. So it's just about, and Michelle, if you don't mind, can you jump right into the chat and kind of maybe tell me specifically? I know I kind of threw out 2 intro offers, just so I understand. I don't know if Michelle's not there still anymore. Erica, can you just maybe find that? Want to add discounts. I don't know if I quite understand questions. Oh, the discount. Okay, yeah. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Michelle, but you mean like when I set up my VIP membership, how am I giving them that 5% off or that the PT pack? Okay, perfect. Awesome. Okay. So that is really easy. Let me take it back here. I'm just gonna make that box over here so I don't lose them. Okay. So first things first, where am I? Let me get out of this one. So I'll show you my VIP Plus membership because I wanted to make it that much more incentivized for people to buy that and go with the auto renew. So maybe I'll put more points on this one than the one that's no commitment. But part of the settings in every purchase option is what kind of client type do they become when they buy this. So here is the total package that they're going to purchase, but sorry, I went into the wrong one here. All individual, this package, sorry, is made up of 1, 2, 3. In each one of these, when they buy it, they're gonna automatically become X client type. So let me show you that here. So you can see it's right here. So when this is purchased, mark the client as, right? So now they've automatically become a VIP Plus member. And so where I've created those is under clients. Okay, so here's my client types. You've got client types that you can create for pass holders and membership holders. So I want to bring you into my members here. I'm sorry, I have to move all these boxes around so you can see. So there's my VIP Plus member, right? So let me just edit it for you. So anytime you go to create a new client type, this is what's going to show you first. You put in the name, you can put in the description and choose your shape, your color, all of that. Under your advanced settings, that's where you're going to get all that fun stuff. And it's just super easy. So I clicked off that these guys get priority wait list. And then here it is. So you can just add a new discount. So it just depends on what category that you're looking for. Sorry, I saw another message come up, but Michelle, let me know. Perfect. There you go. Right. So you can actually choose any item or anything. So you can be really specific. What packages do they get and what percentage or dollar amount are they getting off of it? And that's how I did it, right? There's my events, my products, and that's it. You're welcome, Michelle. Erica, any specific question next? I see I've got one here from Heather.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Will WellnessLiving be implementing the ability for clients to have multiple client types so they can get access to different functions controlled by different client types? Yeah, so I totally understand what you're saying, Heather. It's definitely something that we're looking at. And then I brought up personally, just as a business owner, I get exactly what you're talking about. Yes, please, says Michelle. Do my best to communicate that. There's so many things that we would love to build out. So, we have to really take into account what is priority. But there are other ways, just so you, I don't know if you guys know this. Thank you, Evelyn. There are other ways with your client groups to handle that access sometimes, right? So groups are going to be a little bit more manual, where you'll put them into the group, whereas client type gets automatically picked up when they make that purchase option or buy that purchase option. But you can kind of get around it. It depends on the scenario. So you feel free to email me if you want to chat about it more. But that could be one of those, right? That this client type is also in this group. These groups get access to these videos or that kind of thing. Yep, perfect, Stephanie. Yeah, definitely something that I like to ask them about too. Erica, what's the next question?
Sure. So Chris is wondering, do we still need a Zoom license for each of our instructors, or can we have one for the studio?
Okay, so here's how that works. And Greg, just jump in. I've got Greg here on standby with me to help because I know things are always changing. Essentially, what you need to figure out is how many live classes or services are you going to provide at any given time. Okay, because there is a way around it that you can, because Zoom and the integration with Zoom is only going to let you host one event at a time. So if you only pay for one license account, it's only going to let you, and that's a Zoom thing, right? That's only going to let you air one at a time. So you actually can't do 3 classes at once. So just think, I know a lot of studios, they've got, 15, 20 instructors, but they're only paying for 3 licenses because they've realized at any given time, they only have 3 at max going at once, and that's how many they need to purchase. And then just call support to figure out those nitty-gritty details on how you set that up. But you do not need to have a licensed host for host account for every single staff you have.
Hi, Jackie. Can I jump in?
Yes, please.
Thank you. It's a great question. Get it a lot. What's important is that you have a Zoom Pro account for your Zoom account. And in the user menu, what's important to have it configured correctly is that you need to have just the one user profile in that list, the license. You might have multiple licenses actually available within that one Zoom Pro account. But what's important is you have to have that one license associated to that one user you have in there. Do not have any more users in your Zoom Pro account. You have just the one user profile. You integrate that with WellnessLiving, then you can host multiple sessions simultaneously, and it's no problem. Again, so long as you have that Zoom Pro account and things are configured correctly.
Thank you, Greg. I see a question here that I want to answer in case anybody else has it. Kari, I believe, how do you create the on-demand video option? When I try to create as an appointment, there's nothing, classes. Okay, so that is a really great question and a really quick, easy fix. So let me just come back in here to purchase options. And again, Greg, thanks for standing by in case anything's changed on me. But essentially what you want to do is create that membership, and you're going to 4 classes and events, and you're actually going to give them access to nothing. So you'll put in all the information, right? Actually, I don't even need to fill this off the front because I have it already here. You guys can see it. Here it is. So I created a membership, and it's billing every month on auto renew, $19.99. You can do nothing after the month, or definitely suggest doing that auto renew just with that 1 month commitment. And then in your advanced settings, they have access to nothing, no classes, no events. However, it's in here that you'll set it up. So what you'll do is you'll create a new client type. So let's just pretend that instead of inactive member, and I don't have that set up right now, that I made a client type called on demand, right? Or whatever you want to call it. So as soon as they buy this, they're getting charged that membership on auto renew, and they become that on demand client type. And then in your FitVID settings over here, in your categories, right? So if anyone's familiar here, you can create as many different categories as you want. And within them, you're going to be able to say who has access to it. So that's just where you would come in and say that they have access to watch that video. So essentially they go to purchase that membership. So you call it and name it correctly so they understand what they're buying. It doesn't have access to any of your classes, events, or appointment services. But what it does is give them access to all the videos. Now, all of a sudden, they can click to watch video on their web portal because they've become that client type. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, so that is exactly how you would do that.
We have another
What-
question from Sharon. She's asking, I have my business integrated with Zoom. I thought the link doesn't get created until 15 minutes before a class. So how would I send an email with the link earlier than that? Is there a way to customize when that link is created?
So Greg, you might need to jump in for this one too, but the link is created as soon as the schedule of the meeting is created in Zoom. So, and correct me if I'm wrong there, Greg, so I don't know where you got that from, that it doesn't create it till 15 minutes before class. As soon as
Sure.
you go into the schedule and you set up that schedule and it's that virtual class, that's when the integration takes over, creates the exact same schedule for you in Zoom and generates that unique link to join. And then all you have to do is make sure that that variable is put in whatever notification you want to put it in. So we allow you to put in the confirmation and the reminder one. But again, that's where I say you don't want to overwhelm people so much. I wouldn't put it in my confirmation. I would tell them what to expect when they're going to get it, and it's just going to be in their reminder one.
Hi, Jackie. Sorry, can I
Yeah.
jump in? Thank you. So it's another great question. Definitely you want to have that variable in at least one of those automated notifications being sent to your clients, be it the reminder or confirmation. Now, if you wanted to manually send an email to your clients containing the link to join, now this is important. It's correct. You won't be able to get that link until the meeting's actually initiated, which is up to 15 minutes prior to the start time. And to do that, you can obtain it from either the Zoom interface that opens up when you launch the meeting as a staff. There's like a direct invitation link that'll come up on that little mini window that comes up from Zoom. Or if you sign into your Zoom account on the Zoom website, or if you have their app open, if you find that meeting, likewise, the invitation link will be in there. And you can copy and paste it from that Zoom side into your, this is if you want to send a manual email to your clients, like from the attendance list there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just a little tip. You don't have to do that because it's automatically sending it. But you're right. I did say 20 minutes, but 15 minutes if it's not being generated by Zoom till then, and that's that 15 minutes before you can do that little manual couple of clicks to get it out to them again. But just make sure that that variable is in the notification. That's the important part. Plus they can click to join from their app too.
If I might recommend just another thing to add in here, Jackie, I want to reiterate, we're seeing this a lot with our more successful users with the Zoom side integration. Those automated notifications are the big useful tool here, especially as you're starting a class or a session. It can get pretty hectic, you're busy, you have one client, messaging you, get an email. So both the confirmation and the reminder, you can insert the variable into both. And we find it just the easiest, most straightforward and consistently reliable way of getting your clients to join the sessions. That one, the link is valid as soon as you schedule the class, and then the email goes out. So that's probably the big area you want to look at, rather than manually sending it out, with the session start time.
Erica, any other questions?
Yeah, why don't we take another, is it better to have more packages or class pass options available or just a few? This is from Lorena. She's a solopreneur and the only instructor in her business right now.
Okay, so definitely for you, I always preach less is more. Simplify, simplify, simplify. So my life before the fitness studio and wellness living, actually, it was a family business of a golf course, a water park, entertainment center, tons and tons of stuff. And that's what I noticed right then and there is we had way too many options, way too many choices, and it just took people way too long and you lose people. So that's exactly when I really learned that right then and there, that we want to just make it easier for them, right? So that's why I suggest, and again, why I suggested the 1, the 10, and the 30 is because you want people that want to keep coming back to you, right? We don't want people to try you out for a class or 2 and never come back. We want them to commit to coming for that 10 times, that 30 times, because that's because the more they come, the more they will experience and feel, the energy that you bring and how your services help them out. But they need to keep coming. They need to have that habit. They need to feel it over and over again so that they can be that ongoing client. So for me, I think the best thing is less is more, because then it's easier for them to make a decision. Okay, if I only have this, this, and this, I'll pick this. If you have 10 things to choose from, they might go, I don't even want to read any of this, and go, say goodbye, go to the next studio down the road. And you want to just, that's why I recommend higher numbers in the packages, none of these 5s, things like that. And just in this climate right now, none of the unlimited, because as soon as, now unlimited for your virtual makes sense, but you're in person, that's just where you're going to struggle if there is another lockdown, right? So why not protect yourself now and get them seeing the fact that they want to take those virtuals in conjunction with your in-person. But if they can't get their spot in an in-person, they're not going to see the value of having an unlimited membership and wonder why they're paying what they're paying, right? I hope that helps.
Another one we could address here if we've got a few more minutes, and this could fill an entire webinar, which is in our plan, Temna, just so that you know. But she's wondering about a rewards program and how she can leverage a point system and the rewards to generate sales.
Yeah, okay, definitely. So let me just even bring up my rewards side here. I love the rewards program because people love points, right? And before we had Wellness Living, anytime we had a new class or a new instructor come out, we used to give away everything for free. And then once we had the rewards program, it was easier just to say, hey, you get points for coming to try out this new teacher or this new class, and save the business so much money. And people were just as incentivized and excited to come and try it, right? And so let me just bring you down to some of these. You've got a lot of different categories, right? You have attendance to keep up that accountability and engagement. But here's purchasing, right? So you can do points for dollars spent, but then you can do points for specific products and purchase options. And this literally just pulls from the back end of everything you've created. So essentially, and I had this on here because I bought like 500 pairs of bar socks when we first opened, thought they'd fly out the door, and they didn't. So now I could just attach points to these products that I want to put on special or get out. I could have product of the week, I could have smoothie of the week. If you do any kind of food and beverage, that kind of idea. Then again, here's where you can attach points to those specific pricing options. So this is where I might come in, and I'll just show you how easy that is. You can just click to add a new rewards level, and how many points do you want to give them? So maybe I'm going to say they get 100 points if they buy. I can search to that VIP plus membership, right? So it's going to show me everything. So just be careful and be conscious of how you call each different pricing option so that it's easy for you to find that again. There we go, right? So when they buy this, they get that. So we can just have less, and you can see here, I don't even have any points attached to any drop-in, right? I don't want to encourage people to buy that drop-in. I want them to buy those higher packages or memberships. So for what we just talked about, maybe just the memberships come with points, packages don't. And that's, again, another bonus to buying your membership, right? I think that's a good answer for that, Erica. Is there anything else we want to go over? Do we have any time for any more questions?
Let's see if we can just squeeze one more in here. This one's from Chris. So he's asking, or she, Chris, sorry if, if I didn't get that right. Can purchase options be sent out X number of days after activation rather than a purchase option? So they do a 14-day intro that activates when they first come in, but he can't seem to get the purchase option marketing emails to fire on activation date, just purchase date.
This one might be a great question for Greg. Let's go into it. Let's see.
Yeah. So great question. Unfortunately, the purchase option automated marketing template is associated to the sale date rather than activation date. However, if what matters is the date they actually come in for that first visit, I might recommend the visit campaign template, as that one will be associated to the visit and thus be more suitable for this purpose.
And your retention maybe as well, right? If they, if you make them a certain client type, and Greg, just correct me if I'm wrong, but if you make them a certain client type, then we can say, right, those, intro offer clients, they're going to get this email when they haven't checked in X amount of days, right? And so then we know we're kind of putting in that touch point if they buy their pass and then they're not using it.
Great idea.
Thank you. I just see a quick question, and Greg, maybe you can help with this one too. The link is customized to each attendee though, correct? For Zoom?
So this depends on which link. If it's the link generated by the automated emails, like the reminder or booking confirmation, that will be associated per client. So of course you wouldn't want to send that to all your clients. It wouldn't work for all of them. But for that manual email you want to send to your clients, that's the link you'll be obtaining from the Zoom side, the direct invitation link, and that will work for everyone. So that one won't be associated per single person. You can just pull out link from the Zoom side, send it to all the attendees, and it'll work for any one of them.
Perfect. If I set up the points now, it'll apply to all clients who are already in the system as current clients. I think that answer is no, but Greg, like that, it would kind of be going forward, right? Like if you add the points now, anyone that buys will earn those points, but people that have already bought, points won't be added to their account.
Sorry, this was for the reward program?
Yeah, she's just saying like if I set them up now, will it apply to the clients who are already in the system as current clients? So I'm assuming maybe that means that they already bought the package.
You
Now
have that
you can-
correctly. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it won't be retroactive. It'll only be when this criteria is being met moving forward. Let's say they buy from this point going forward. Only then will the report points be applied.
Yeah, but you can manually add points to their account if somebody's, needs to have those added for them. I'm just checking out if there's anything else. I mean, feel free to send an email as well. If we didn't get to your questions, we'll try to go through them later too. Oh, hi from Indonesia. Wow, 2 a.m. Thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was worth staying up so late. Crazy. Yay, all. Thank you so much. It was amazing to have you here joining. And thank you to everybody who joined. It was really great. I think that's probably it, Erica, unless you've got any other questions that should be answered now.
Yeah, I just encourage everyone that if your question, if we couldn't get to it in time, to reach out to support. They're always available. As you can see from Gregory, they're a wealth of knowledge. So feel free to reach out anytime.
Yes, and yeah, Yvette, if you want to add Zoom, we can get that set up for you. So, and support can help with that as well. So just reach out to us and we'll make sure that you get set up with the Zoom feature. And anybody else who's interested, who maybe hasn't had our Zoom or FitVID features, this is a great time now to get them going. And we're always here to help, right? You're welcome. Okay, so I think that's it, right, Erica? We'll say goodbye. But again, feel free to email or reach out to us if you have any questions at all. If you're not currently a Wellness Living user and this got you really motivated to use a system like this for your business, then make sure you book that free demo and tell them that you heard about this through this webinar so that they can match you up with me. This is what I do, so I can perform that demo for you, answer all of your questions, and help you get started on the easiest all-in-one solution out there. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Thursday.